everyone, how are you doing? Finally we get to do a garden tour. Yay! Jason just clear a lot of gummy ball. What's this?
Sweet gum.
Sweet gum. I learned that in the past 2 or 3 years, the deer, they learn to eat azalea. And I feel so bad. This used to be a beautiful bush, but I don't know what's gonna happen. The baby breath spireas, the flower kind of flop, but the foliage are just, as pretty as the flowers. Plus, the deer don't eat the spirea at all. Right here we have a whole lot of invasive winter vine. It's pretty. It has like beautiful purple flowers. However, it does make it difficult to, clean up the garden space and plant something else. However, the spirea can push through this winter vine. I plan to divide a big clump of spirea right there, and I will plant them all here. And another plant that the deer don't eat it and is able to compete with the winter vine is the daffodil. These are so pretty. Have to cut it. Cute. This is also summer blooming Japanese spirea. They're gonna bloom later, but for now I can use for the foliage too. This is the big clump that I am talking about. On this side of the garden, my new little rose bush is doing great. This is just like $5 that I got from like a big sale in fall. You guys, if you are trying to, plant like shrubs or bush or trees, wait until fall. And the nursery, will give you a big discount. I also want to show you guys this Eastern redbud tree. It's a native tree, and it's as pretty as cherry blossom that came from Japan. Anyway, I love cherry blossom too. But this is like a win-win. The wildlife, the bird, the insect get to enjoy them. I get to enjoy them. I can cut for my flower arrangement too. On the spot right here, it's get a lot of sun. It's like pretty dry, and also there's a lot of deer pressure here. But I find out that the deer don't eat foxglove, so I plant them all here. Also the catmint. Now let's go to the back. Welcome to our garden. The other like common daffodil, the trumpet one, they start to fade. So if I have some time, I would come and deadhead it. If you only take the top off, the stem is going to stick out like this. So I like to just pull the whole thing. This will also help the plant to save the energy for next year bloom too. Another kind of baby breath spirea. This one has like a double bloom, and they are very pretty in the landscape. The foliage are pretty too. But when I use for flower arrangement, for some reason, the flowers always flop. I don't know how to fix that, but it's pretty. I'm gonna leave it here. Our pool is still closed, but we hope to open them soon, right?
Yeah, next couple weeks.
In the next couple weeks. And here's another kind of daffodils that just bloom. They are so pretty. Gonna take some of them. We get rain pretty hard yesterday, so they flop pretty bad. They're gonna come back. They are just so cute. Plus they bloom later than the other daffodil. If you are going to grow daffodil for cut flower, just grow as many as varieties that you want. What should I say?
As many varieties.
As many varieties that you can. Now let's go to our woodland garden. Yay! I have daffodil all over my backyard. This is two more here. I also have the May apple right here. They are the cutest plant ever, and they are native in New Jersey. They will produce the white flowers underneath the leaf, just like in the movie, you know, The Bug's Life, that the bugs kind of hide underneath the big leaves and enjoy the flowers. Right here is my hellebore patch. We keep adding hellebores to this garden like every year. When our family and friends, you know, bought hellebore to decorate their home for Christmas, for, you know, Valentine's, and when they're done with the decoration, they just gave them to us, and we just plant the hellebore right here. We do nothing with them. We don't fertilize. We don't add compost. We just let them, you know, do their own thing, and they are just beautiful. Here are the little teeny tiny daffodil that I have. They're so pretty. Grape something?
Grape hyacinth.
Grape hyacinth. Jason got this stone from Facebook Marketplace, you know, from a guy who just like get rid of their pond and they have, you know, a lot of stones. So he tried to find a home for them, and it's easier for him to help somebody, you know, move the stone from his backyard. Oh my God! We planted this crabapple tree about 2 years ago because I want crabapple flowers. And they didn't bloom that well like last year at all. So I think now it's time to cut it. Oh. Pretty. Jason just turned on the pond last week, and the fishes are hungry. They're so hungry. Oh, they just come. Hello, cream cheese. How are you doing? I mentioned for multiple times that this spot is like very difficult for anything to grow because it's underneath like two big trees. And in summer, you know, this tree will have leaves, right? And there will be no sunlight. But in early spring, this daffodil still enjoy the sunlight. I can cut this. I don't even have to fertilize them. They are such a perfect cut flowers. They don't last super long like other flowers, but they're pretty, and I have plenty of them. All of these are done. So I would take, you know, the flower off. Then I just throw the stem in the garden, and then they will die back. And it will be fertilizer or compost for this garden. And nobody's gonna come to see, you know, the mess here. I also have archangel right here. It bloom in spring, and they are good for my mason jar bouquets. Behind our little creek here, we have compost pile and also leaf mold. Kitchen garden. Let's open it. I know this is supposed to be a vegetable garden, but you know, there's a lot of flowers right here. There are tulips that I planted 2 years ago. Some of them bloom again, but some of them don't bloom again. But I believe that they will, you know, absorb all the energy this year, and they will produce bloom next year. Right here, my ranunculus tunnel, I changed from plastic tarp to a Agibon fabric, and oh my God, they are doing so much better. Right here are the tulips that I planted them last fall. I grow like about 10 varieties, but only 10 bulbs each. So I get to play with a lot of, you know, color and forms, and I can get to decide, you know, different kind of flower arrangement. This is the most exciting tulips that I have, the parrot. So pretty. And I grow them next to my rocket salad and the broccoli rabe. Very interestingly that the animal I think it's mice come to eat my vegetable inside the vegetable garden, like in the fence. There's a lot of things outside, but they don't eat at all. That doesn't make any sense. Oops. Let's come to this side.
Me?
What?
What about me?
Okay, you can come out. I really love this little path between my cottage garden and my vegetable garden. And when I walk here, just so cute. I don't know. We have the blueberry here. They are doing great. I want to cut the flower for flower arrangement, but I'm gonna wait for 2 more years. The calendula, they self-seed a lot in this garden. So that is perfect because I don't have to start seed indoor. I just let them self-seed and, cut the flower for my customers. I'm gonna wait. I keep telling you guys, don't overlook the flowers that will take like 365 days to bloom from seed. This columbine, I saw them about 1.5 years ago. Any plants, although it takes a long time for them to bloom, but it's so worth it. Just tuck them in, somewhere in the garden, and 2 years later, it will surprise you. I just grade this garden, and maybe next week I am going to dump the compost right here, and it will be, one more spot that I have to work on for the rest of my life. And here's our cottage garden. They just look cute and cozy in spring. I mean, it really is. And this garden has a very special place in our heart because, it was created by the previous owner who loved gardening so much. And she passed a lot of beautiful value plants to us, like the peonies, the special kind of daffodils, foxglove, and also some invasive plants. Jason just, renovated this entrance. So he take the brick out and put the stone that he got free from Facebook Marketplace. And it's like a nice transition to a narrower path. These two are planters from Jason's grandparents' house. They both has path, and we put it here because we really want this garden to be our memory garden. Here's a mahonia that we talked about in the last video, and we also cut for, our flower arrangement. I started plant some tulips in this garden because look at them. Look, they just like give a pop of color, especially this time of the year, and with the contrast to the daffodil. If you guys are new to my channel, I created this garden for chocobo and choco chips. And I plant strawberries, I plant lettuce, I plant the yarrow, I plant the euonymus, all the plants that they love to eat. But they disappear, the whole family. I hope they're okay, and they love to eat tulips too. I really plant this tulip for them, but they don't come to eat. I mean, it's crazy. I used to get mad at them, for eating my tulips. Now I'm sad when they not come here in spring and eat my tulips. Jason create little path for me here so I can cut off. I don't have to go all the way, to the front of the garden. The roses are doing pretty good. I'm glad I pruned it very hard like Georgie Newberry from Common Farm Flower said. I can see that the new shoots, they are straight, they are fresh, and I think they are going to be a lot easier to arrange. And right here I have the seedlings that I hardened them off right in front of the greenhouse because the greenhouse protects them from the wind, And in just like a few days, I will plant them in the allotment garden. The sweet peas are blooming. Unbelievable. Oh, and this is the best year of sweet pea because I think I just cracked the code. I did everything right. I planted them in fall in a big pot. I don't even transplant them. I create a trellis that is not a pain in the neck. Last year I used net, and the tendril like tangle with the net, and it's so difficult to harvest. But this is perfect. Right here I have Floresinia. They are unbelievable. And the soil blocking, it works better than I thought. It's awesome. I think I will start using soil blocking more. I worked so hard this week. My back hurt, my butt hurt, everything hurt because of this compost, but it's gonna be so worth it. I have statics on the ground. The basher button that I saw last year, no, actually they self-sold last year. They're coming up and they making buds, and the poppies, feverfield yellow, star flowers. Lysanthus right here, it look like weed, and I told Jason try not to pull them. They are so teeny tiny, and I hope they're doing okay. This row is wildflowers, and a lot of them, I mean all of them are perennials. They just take care of themselves. I don't even put compost on them. I don't even fertilize them, and they are doing just fine. On this row, I have the snapdragon that came back from last year. And this is my prime spot of my garden because it gets a lot of sunlight, especially morning sun. And it, has protection from afternoon hot sun and wind. So I saved this spot for the Floresinias because the seeds are so ridiculously expensive. No, that's not the first reason. Because they are very special. I think they are really do. That's why they're expensive too. I also have a lot of stuff here that they self-seed, and I just let them self-seed, and they are doing pretty well. I sprinkle the compost a little bit and the fertilizer. On the back of this production flower garden, it underneath the tree a little bit. So in summertime, they will not get a lot of sunlight. So I will plant, flowering shrubs that will bloom in spring, or something that I will cut for foliage. And I'll save the sunny spot for, the summer loving flowers, heat loving flowers. Now let's go to the tulips garden. Does it see me? I also have a lot of stuff here, but I'll talk to you guys later. These are irises. They're gonna bloom beautifully on Mother's Day. These are the panicle hydrangeas. About 3 years ago, we went to Costco together, and I saw a big bag of tulips, and they were so cheap, but I hesitated to buy them. So Jason, just bought them for me, and I just throw them around this garden, and 3 years later, they are still producing flowers. It's just so awesome. Once the tulips are done, I will have the catmint, the salvia, and all other flowers that will bloom later too. Beside the tulips, we have some evergreen that give the structure to this garden, and they serve as a background for the tulips. On this side, the coming rose, oh my god, it's going crazy because I put a lot of compost, in the past 2 or 3 years. The poppies are coming up. The irises again will bloom on Mother's Day, and I will cut and I will make bouquets with you guys.
มากดเอาเอง
When I was young, every year my parents would take me to the countryside to see my grandparents during the Thai New Year break, which is, the week of April 13, 14, and 15. All my uncles, my aunts would come, from everywhere, anywhere around the country to see my grandparents. In the morning, we would go to the temple together and then we pray together. The adult would go through the ceremonies and then the, children would play around the temple. And at night we have family dinner together and, just have like a good time, with each other. One of my good memory is that my grandmother, she would cut the flowers that she grew along the fence in front of her little wooden cottage. She would prepare this flower for everybody in the family, and then we will bring these flowers to the temple with us. I've been thinking about this, like why every important, meaningful events of our life, in every religion, there are always flowers. Because they are beautiful, but there are other stuff that's beautiful too. Then I keep thinking about this, then I realize that, flowers have this supernatural power or natural power that is hidden, that can connect people together. And right now I feel like the flowers that I grow, the way I cut it and the way I bring to the temple connect me with my grandmother who has passed away 2 years ago. If you are missing somebody who no longer physically with you, maybe, grow flowers that they like, or maybe grow some flower that they used to grow, or do something that you used to do with them. I guarantee you that will help, or at least you will feel that you can still connect with them.